If you want your lining to sit perfectly into your bag like this one, then this video is for you. To achieve this, you need just 3 measurements. You need the height of the bag. You should measure from the middle of the bead at the top to the middle of the bead at the bottom. So for this, I'll be using 4.25. 4.25. Then the width of the bag. Also, this from the middle of this bead to the middle of this last bit, that's 6.75. 0.75. Then the third measurement you need is the base of the bag. I'm also measuring from the middle of this bit to the middle of this, so that is 1.75. So the base is 1.75. And try not to approximate the values you get so that you can get the perfect lining. So we are going to do a little calculation from this value to get the measurement you'll be cutting out from your fabric. So for the height, 4.25, you multiply it by 2. And why we are doing this is the bag has 2 sides, this and this side. So that's times 2 plus the base, measurement of the base, which is 1.75 plus sewing allowance. For the height, the sewing allowance you'll be adding is 2, so plus 2. Then for the width of the fabric you'll be cutting, you've gotten 6.75. This 6.75, you had the measurement of the side. This side and the base, they'll be having the same measurement, as you can see. So 6.75 plus 1.75 plus sewing allowance. So for sewing allowance for the width that you'll be adding is just 1, not 2, unlike the height. So plus 1, then you do the calculation. This is what you'll be cutting out for your fabric. This is what you cut out from your fabric. Then you want to sew it, you fold your fabric like this. Then why I added 1 inch sewing allowance to the width? Remember I said 1 inch sewing allowance for the width is when you are sewing, the sewing allowance you leave here is ½ inch on each side. It covers for the 1 inch you added. So for the top, I'll recommend you fold it like this instead of just folding it once to avoid fraying. So you fold it twice. So once you fold it twice, you've covered 1 inch here and also 1 inch from the other side. So that's 2 inch in total. Remember we added 2 inch sewing allowance for the height. So that's it.